Hello everyone, today I'm making this short testimonial video to talk to you about my journey with impotence. Today I am 31 years old. I discovered the problem of impotence 8 years ago. I was 23 years old. I will outline my journey and the steps I went through. I was with my partner at the time. We had been in a relationship for about 5 years. Up until then, all our sexual relations had gone extremely well. Until one day during sexual intercourse, I noticed a very slight decrease in the rigidity of my penis. At the time, it didn't worry me too much. Following that, in the weeks to come, I increasingly noticed a slight decrease in the rigidity of my penis. I also gradually noticed that I was having fewer and fewer nocturnal erections. I started to worry then. At that time, I could no longer have sexual intercourse with penetration at all. I thought it was because of fatigue, because of stress. I kept making all sorts of justifications to really tell myself that it wasn't actually my fault. It was going to be temporary, but this period lasted for many months. I saw that there was still no improvement. It wasn't my partner. I still found her very attractive, so I knew the problem was from me. I didn't know if it was a mechanical or psychological problem at all. I had rather thought that it might be psychological because at the age of 23, having erectile dysfunction seemed impossible to me. I mustered up my courage and actually went to see my general practitioner. He kind of laughed at me in a dismissive manner and said that at my age it's absolutely impossible to have mechanical problems because I'm young, healthy, and fit, so I believed him. He also made a small remark saying, if there was a naked Miss France in front of you, you'd see if you wouldn't get an erection like when you were 18. But deep down, I knew it might be a bit more serious than that. He immediately prescribed Cialis for me. I took this medication before sexual intercourse, but the intercourse itself wasn't any better with or without the pill. I continued for several weeks anyway. I went back to see him a second time. He told me that I needed to continue and that it was all in my head. I went to see a more specialized doctor. I thoroughly explained my problem and symptoms. He palpated my testicles, touched my penis, and asked me questions about my psychological state. I told him everything was going very well in my life, both professionally and romantically. The only problem that persisted was sex. He didn't take my problem seriously. He made a metaphor by saying, right now you have a broken foot. To start walking again, you need a crutch. The crutch is going to be this medication that I'm going to prescribe for you to take. The tadalafil didn't work at all. It was like Cialis before. It occasionally had some positive effects on me, but only for a very, very short term. I went back to see him, and he told me it's a long-term treatment. In fact, the general practitioner I saw and the other doctor I also saw did not take my problem seriously at all. So I went to see my second general practitioner, who was much more attentive. He told me I needed to continue the treatments for improvement. He referred me to an andrologist. He started listening to me very attentively. I explained to him all the steps I had gone through before. He injected me with Edex. It's a pretty powerful product. It's injected with a syringe into the penis. Almost instantly you can get an erection, and again, no effect. He prescribed Edex medication for me. I injected these products before sexual intercourse with my partner. The product itself wasn't satisfactory enough, so I went back to see him a second time. And that's when I started to have some hope. He used a very, very important word. He actually said, "Sir, I suspect a venous leak." When I heard that, I was really happy because we might have finally found my problem, which wasn't psychological, but indeed truly mechanical. At that specific moment in time, my penis was only useful for peeing and absolutely nothing else at all. It was becoming very complicated for me. When this doctor examined the venous sequence, I thought finally a glimmer of hope. I had a venous Doppler ultrasound to see where the blood flow was dispersing in the pelvic area. I was then sent to do a carbon scan, and ultimately the result finally came in. So basically, the blood wasn't staying in the penis. And when I was told I had a mechanical problem, I was very happy because I thought maybe we'll finally find a solution. Immediately, I was referred to Professor Allaire. I could say today that this man almost saved my life. One of the only surgeons in the world to perform surgery for venous leaks. It's a procedure where they block the veins so that the blood does not dissipate. I underwent this procedure. It took 3 hours. I can tell you that today, thanks to this operation, I've regained an almost normal sex life. When I say almost normal, I mean it. It's because today, out of fear of failure and because psychologically I'm still a little affected, I prefer to take sildenafil. It's a blue pill. This medication helps me gain confidence in myself. So it's a procedure that did me a lot of good. I remind you, I had gone from 0% with medications, intracavernous injections, no erection. With the surgery, I am now able to have some morning erections, and most importantly, I can also have sexual intercourse. I'm happy. I've regained a great sex life. I'm with my new girlfriend. Everything's going great. I hope my testimony helps you, and thank you for listening to me.